Hello everyone, I hope so you are good at home. So today we are going to be just cover the following topics of chapter number 2. The name of chapter is Gauss law and its application. So what are the topics we are going to be covered here? The topics to be covered today, application number 3. We are talking about topic Gauss law and its application. Its application number 3 we are talking about today. Electric field intensity uniformly charged conducting spherical shell. Again I am telling you, previously we studied about that. Conducting spherical shell. Okay, so previously we studied about the conducting plane sheet. Here spherical shell. And again non-conducting spherical shell. So conducting means either electric field is only in one direction. Okay. Non-conducting means the electric field will be outside or inside, both. So let's start here. The derivation number 1. Okay, the application number 3. What we have to find out? We have to be find out electric field intensity. We have to be find out electric field intensity. Okay, uniformly charged. Uniformly charged conducting spherical shell. Whatever type of understanding I am going to be give you, okay, by oral and some things which is very important to understand with written things. So overall the things will give you the PDF format which is attached with this particular video. Okay, you will get it. So electric field, we have to find out electric field intensity uniformly charged conducting spherical shell. So conducting means we are talking about here the charge is distributed either outside or inside. So let's consider here. Consider one sphere on which outside uniformly positive charge is distributed. You can see the diagram here. This is your sphere. I can say original sphere. Original sphere, this consisting radius r. Okay. Outside charge is distributed. See, this is conducting. Conducting means either outside or inside. So in our syllabus, the topic is outside. So inside the charge is 0. Inside the charge is 0. So I hope so you understood till that. Okay. So what we consider? One sphere we consider on which outside uniformly positive charge is distributed. Okay. And another one which is very important to know that, you know, one definition again and again we are using in Gauss law. The definition is the region around the charge is called electric field. What we want to find out? Electric field. So the region around the charge. So this is the charge. The region around the charge is called electric field. So this is your imaginary sphere and this is your original sphere. That's why I told you original sphere radius is smaller and imaginary sphere where at point P we have to find out electric field, the radius is smaller. The radius is smaller. I hope so you understood this. This is the important type of understanding in this particular diagram. So please keep in your brain the understanding of this diagram. Figure. Conducting spherical shell. Conducting spherical shell. So hopefully you understood this. So where capital R is radius of radius of original sphere and small r is radius of imaginary sphere. Okay, the radius of imaginary sphere. That's by using Gauss law. At 3 stage, we have to be find electric field intensity. We have to be find out electric field intensity at 3 stages. So you want to know what are the 3 stages? Number one is outside this spherical shell, on this spherical shell, and inside the spherical shell. So 3 conditions. Electric field intensity outside the spherical shell, second one is again electric field intensity on the spherical shell, and third we have to find out electric field intensity inside the spherical shell. Okay, so what we are going to be discuss here, we have to be find out electric field intensity for outside. Outside means this is a diagram. This is original sphere outside of this original sphere at point P. We have to find out electric field, first condition. Second, electric field intensity we have to find out on the spherical shell, means this small r becomes capital R. This small r is equal to capital R. That means this point will become on that particular original sphere. Okay, this is what on the spherical shell. Electric field intensity inside the spherical shell means this point P will become inside this original sphere, where we have to find out electric field. Hopefully you understood what are the conditions I am going to be discuss now. So we have to be divided in 3 parts, which you can able to understand what we are going to discuss here. Okay, this is the last is remaining for graph. We are going to discuss the graph. So first we are going to talk about here electric field intensity outside the spherical shell. So in shortly I am going to be write down E outside. What I written to be here? E out. Okay, you can shortly write down E out. E out we have to find out. So now we are using Gauss law. Yesterday I told you जब भी Gauss law use करने के बोले आपको क्या करना है? You have to apply the Gauss law. Phi is equals to close integration E dot ds summation q upon epsilon naught. You have to be using this. Okay. So now close integration E dot ds, and here the closed surface is sphere. Here the closed surface is the sphere, and summation q. So let's consider q upon epsilon naught. Assume that the total charge is q. Okay. Now E will take outside. Close integration ds q upon epsilon naught. Now you have to be telling me total surface area of a sphere is what? 4 pi r square. The total surface area of the sphere is 4 pi r square. So E into 4 pi r square q upon epsilon naught. So finally E, this is q, this 4 pi will become here with the 4 pi epsilon naught and r square coming with this. So what we got it? You know, k is equals to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught. So this 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught is replaced by k. So what we got in final expression, this is very important. The final expression is E is equals to kq upon r square. E is equal to kq upon r square means E is inversely proportional to r square. Okay, what do you mean by this? R is increases, E is decreases, R is decreases, E is increases. So brief understanding about that. Second, what we have to find out, electric field intensity on the spherical shell. On the spherical shell means capital R is equals to small r, means small r is equal to capital R, you can say that. So whatever you find out here, E is equal to kq upon r square. E is equals to kq. This small r is replaced by capital R, so this is r square. So we got shortly electric field on the spherical shell directly. So now what we can say that here electric field intensity is maximum. It is maximum. Why it is maximum? I am telling you, यहां कहीं पर भी स्मॉल आर नहीं है. क्यों नहीं है? क्योंकि ये जो इमेजिनरी स्फीयर है वो किसके ऊपर चला गया था? ओरिजिनल स्फीयर. तो एग्जिस्टेंस रियल में किसकी है? ओरिजिनल स्फीयर की है. So here electric field does not depend on small r. Okay, so small r is not available here. So this is the maximum value of electric field. This is the maximum value of electric field. Hopefully you understood this. Okay, now we are talking about third case, E outside. Sorry, third case is E inside. You have to see that E inside, the charge is 0. The charge is 0. So E is equals to the formula is, sorry, phi is equals to the formula is E dot ds summation q upon epsilon naught, and total charge is 0. So something is divided by what? Anything. It is what? It's equal to 0. So what is electric field is equals to 0. Charge is not present. That's why electric field inside the 0. So E is 0. Now we are going to be talk about the graph. Understanding of the graph. There are three conditions we are going to be talk about. This is electric field, this is the radius. Okay, this is the condition where small r is equal to capital R. This is the condition where small r is less than capital R, and this is the condition where small r is. So what are the conditions? This is E is inside, this is E on the surface of the sphere, this is E outside. You can see that outside small r is greater than capital R. This is the condition. On the surface of the sphere, small r is equal to capital R. Small r is equal to capital R. Inside the spherical surface, E inside, small r is less than capital R. So E inside is 0. So we can write down E is equal to 0. And this is a maximum condition where the electric field is maximum, because electric field does not depend on small r. Okay, small r which is the imaginary radius. But here we know that electric field at outside and imaginary radius is increases, electric field will be decreases. So the graph like this. So what we represent here? Variation of electric field with respect to distance, and distance is r. So hope so you understood this whole derivation, and now this derivation is completed.